From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Hope you had an awesome weekend out there. Our stagnant pattern is finally breaking up, but it's not breaking up with the force that we wish it was breaking up with. We'll have some small shower chances for Tuesday night and beyond. We could even get a low wind chance of some wintry precip for lower elevations, specifically for Tuesday night and Wednesday. We'll talk a lot more about that. And then highs warming up throughout the week. We'll end up in the 50s by the time we get to this weekend, which will end up being about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. Right now, you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Looks like it's the cloud layer starting to lower just a little bit. It looks like it wants to fog outside. Now, the bulk of the fog right now in the foothills of Yakima and Kittitas counties and up into the Cascades. It does look as if that Wallula Junction area is seeing some fog as well. We'll continue to keep tabs on this very closely, and anything that pops up on the map this morning will be freezing fog, as all of us are well below freezing. It's 18 degrees right now for the Tri-Cities, 15 up towards the Hanford side, and we're hovering 20 degrees up and down the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys. Here's your hourly forecast for this Monday for the Tri-Cities. Could see a little bit of sunshine as we head into the afternoon, but definitely not as much sunshine as what we saw over the weekend, which was definitely a big lift for all of us. So for today, mostly cloudy, highs getting into the 30s and 40s. We will time out those chances for freezing rain and a rain-snow mix for Tuesday night into Wednesday, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest this morning, neighbors speaking out, and tonight officials will be answering questions. Coming up, we'll see what's happening in Kennewick as community discusses a nearby level 3 sex offender home ahead of tonight's City Hall meeting.
And a man is now behind bars following a deadly shooting in Walla Walla. This morning, we're explaining how tips from the community helped police catch the suspect. All the details just ahead.
And Catholic nurses are taking their concerns public today. Coming up, we'll learn why staff are joining the picket lines in Richland and what Catholic Regional Medical Center has to say about the ongoing negotiations. It's all straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Monday, January 26th. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and enjoyed the Seahawks win. We're headed to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll be talking more about that later. Someone's very excited. I'm pretty excited myself.
I know. For
watching
being
a little bit of it. For being a not sports girl.
Yeah,
like by default. And so if the Cowboys aren't going to make it, I guess I'm happy the Seahawks.
There you go.
Made it. We'll have more on that later, but we want to start your top stories, and we're starting off with continuing coverage as dozens of residents gathered along Edison Street between 8th and 10th in Kennewick. This happened Friday, and this is about the level 3 registered sex offender living the house that will be near schools and a church.
Yeah, so since this news first broke, neighbors have organized multiple protests, and today's town hall at Highlands Middle School will offer an opportunity for them to ask questions directly.
Now, one resident we spoke to grew up in the home and said her grandmother taught her women's self-defense for the Kennewick School District. She decided to attend the protest to learn more and voice her concerns.
My grandpa and my uncle actually are they built this home, and my mom grew up here, my uncles grew up here, I grew up here until they sold it because they needed a one-level story because they were getting older. And I just know that he's rolling in his grave up there, and it's not right.
So scheduled for 6:30, today's town hall meeting will include law enforcement, local officials, and the home's manager, Joe Field. Representatives from DHS and DOC could also be there tonight.
And stay with us on air and online for continuing coverage and updates from tonight's town hall.
Now to a developing story. A suspect has been arrested in connection with a homicide in Walla Walla. 49-year-old Arturo Serrano Martinez was pronounced dead after being found unconscious next to a car last Wednesday. Well, community tips and security footage helped police identify a 27-year-old homeless man as the suspect. He was taken into custody without incident in Richland. The suspect admitted then to the shooting, which he said followed an argument. He's now in the Walla Walla County Jail, charged with first-degree murder, and police are set to search his vehicle as a part of this ongoing investigation.
5:05 and looking ahead today, the Cadlick Regional Medical Center in Richland is speaking out. This after the Washington State Nurses Association announced plans for an informational picket outside the hospital. Now, Cadlick says it respects the nurses' right to engage in informational picketing, but it's disappointed the action is happening while contract negotiations are underway. The medical center believes discussions should remain at the bargaining table to preserve good faith negotiations. On the other side, the nurses say off-duty staff will take part to inform the community about concerns including workplace violence and missed breaks.
And taking you to Hanford now, where 40 workers were laid off by the contractor Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. Separation notices were sent on January 19th and were effective immediately. This reduction is about 2% of their workforce, and it aims to align with current and future business demands. Affected employees received severance and support from local resources. HMIS continues its critical role in the massive nuclear cleanup effort at Hanford.
And a local nonprofit in Kennewick is helping immigrant and refugee families overcome one of the biggest barriers to success.
News at 6, new this morning, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with the founder of B5 about how literacy changes lives.
For more than 16 years, B5 has worked with immigrant and refugee families across the Tri-Cities, focusing on English, reading, and writing skills for both adults and children. The organization, which has operated out of the Learning Center in Kennewick for the last 2 years, started as a vision by founder Teresa Rosendahl to help new immigrant families struggling with language barriers and limited resources. That vision grew after seeing families trying to navigate the school system for the first time.
I volunteered for another organization, and it was just seeing the need to help these families more, being with their children in the school system. If you don't speak or read English, it's good to have an advocate.
Rosendahl says the people they serve come from all walks of life and from around the world.
A lot of Africans in our community here who came as refugees, people from Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm trying to think of all the, there's some Somali people. We've got people in our community from Afghanistan, from the Ukraine.
Rosendahl says the organization also offers resume writing classes, job application assistance, and helps with scholarship applications for teenagers preparing for college. But early childhood education remains a major focus.
This morning we had ready for kindergarten classes. That's a special, it's a partnership we have with the Children's Reading Foundation, where they come and they teach the parents of preschoolers, give them the tools that empower them to be the parents who are their child's first teacher at home to prepare their children to go into American kindergarten.
While folks at the B5 Learning Center work with individuals who are new to America or who have lived in the community for quite some time, they tell me that literacy is one of the most important components of living a more fulfilled and functional life.
There's other people who never learned to read or write in their native language. Many of the people that, especially women from Africa, from Afghanistan, they never had the opportunity to go to school. And what a privilege to be able to introduce them to literacy. But it's a hard, hard road.
Despite those challenges, B5 says it remains committed to supporting immigrant and refugee families through literacy and education, helping families build a stronger future in their new home. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And according to Rosendahl, B5 helped nearly 300 immigrants and refugees last year. Good people doing good things.
Absolutely.
And keep it here, because coming up next, this morning, a judge is being asked to step in after another deadly shooting involving Border Patrol agents in Minnesota. Coming up, how today's court hearing could determine what happens next in the investigation, including how evidence is handled and whether federal agents remain deployed. The details are coming up in your national news.
And giving you a live look outside this morning from right here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. It is a chilly start to our Monday, waking up with a lot of frost on the windows for sure.
I can attest to that. It took me 15 minutes or 20 to get that off.
I know. So yeah, plan ahead if you're heading out anytime soon. Chief Meteorologist Josh Culver is going to break down your first alert forecast when we come back.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
Start the new year off right with a new 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid, loaded with advanced driver assistance features like Smart Cruise, forward collision avoidance, blind spot warning, and more. All this and 35 miles per gallon combined EPA fuel economy rating. Now just $31,930 after discount and rebate. Test drive a Sportage Hybrid today. Over Turf Kia Highway I-182 and Road 100 exit on St. Thomas Drive, Pasco.
So if we spend a third of our lives sleeping, shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life.
And during the final days of the January sell-off, everything is on sale. Save $150 off our Doctor's Choice Hybrid lineup and take $100 off any Buena Vista mattress. Plus, purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping.
Improve your sleep life one night at a time. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Bailey has been offered a job in D.C. I was just wondering what a transfer to DCPD would be like.
You would have to start at the very bottom again.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. There will be a small chance that we could see either some freezing rain or rain-snow mix for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So this half hour, we're going to focus in on those chances in the Yakima Valley and the Lower Columbia Basin. The next half hour, we'll pivot over to the Bluefoot Hills. So this is for Wednesday morning in Yakima. 10% chances of freezing rain up until about 10 a.m. After that, it should turn dry. And then for the Tri-Cities, we're going with a rain-snow mix through 7 a.m. After that, it looks like it's going to transition to a cold rain. You notice for both of those locations, pretty bare bones chances, right at 10%, but that could be just enough to make those morning commutes quite slick for Wednesday morning. So of course we'll keep a very close eye on that, as it is a very threshold on the bubble kind of forecast. Okay, let's go ahead and let's take it back to this morning. Your zone by zone tour of this morning's temperatures were in the 20s up in the Cascades. I'll take you down into the Kittitas Valley, where we're actually a little bit colder. We're at 18 for Cle Elum and Thorpe, 20 degrees for Ellensburg. We're hovering right around 20 degrees up and down the Yakima Valley. And then for the Lower Columbia Basin, it's 18 for the Tri-Cities. It's 18 up towards the Hanford site. And then we're seeing teens and 20s for the foothills, and for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains, we're up into the 20s and 30s. So this is one of those rare mornings where the lower elevations are actually colder than what we're seeing up in the mountains. Here's your day planner forecast for this Monday for the Yakima Valley. Could see a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon, but still high temperatures are going to have a hard time making it above freezing. Now that is not going to be an issue as we head into the weekend, gradually warming things up throughout the week. I'll talk about that. Also, I'll touch on some of the snowfall accumulations we're expecting up in the mountains. All that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:14, turning to our national headlines this morning now, where chaos erupted in Minneapolis once again over the weekend.
And this morning, new fallout from the fatal shooting of Alex Preddy by a federal agent. Family and colleagues describe him as a calm presence and a mentor who taught kindness and patience.
But federal officials say he was armed while interfering with law enforcement operation. Now, with what we know so far, here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
A moment of silence at the Minnesota Timberwolves game last night in honor of 37-year-old VA nurse Alex Preddy. In the wake of his fatal shooting by Border Patrol agents Saturday, local and federal officials today are preparing to square off in court.
I am deeply concerned about the preservation of evidence, which is why we went to court last night.
Today, state officials will ask a judge to extend a restraining order, banning federal authorities from altering evidence related to Preddy's shooting. They'll also try to convince a judge to halt the deployment of federal agents into Minnesota after 3 shootings in 3 weeks. In a new interview, President Trump says his administration is now reviewing everything related to Preddy's shooting and suggests he's open to withdrawing immigration officials from Minnesota, saying, "At some point, we will leave." No more Minnesota night! Protesters gathered in cities across the country yesterday, none bigger than in Minneapolis, where multiple vigils for Preddy were held. Border Patrol officials say the shots were fired Saturday while they were conducting a targeted operation for a man in the country illegally. They claim Preddy approached agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun along with 2 magazines and said agents tried to disarm him, but he violently resisted. But the video does not appear to back up those claims. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the officers fired defensive shots.
This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at this scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement.
Thank God we have video, because according to DHS, these 7 heroic guys took an onslaught of a battalion against them or something. It's nonsense, people.
Video from the scene shows Preddy trying to help a woman who had been surrounded by agents. He appears to be holding a phone before he's shoved by a federal officer, pepper sprayed and pulled into the street, which he appears to resist. 3 officers appear to grapple with Preddy. 1 agent appears to repeatedly hit him. Another appears to draw a handgun, while yet another agent can be seen removing a gun from Preddy's waistband. Graphic video then shows an officer firing several shots as Preddy falls to the ground. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Now, of course, this is still a very active and ongoing investigation, looking at all of the evidence, looking at if and when that gun was pointed at officers. So they do know, though, the 37-year-old did have a gun on him, and they can, in the video, it can be seen struggling with officers as they attempted to remove that weapon.
The Department of Homeland Security says Preddy resisted officers, and moments later, a Border Patrol agent opened fire, killing him. Minneapolis's police chief said Preddy was a licensed gun owner and had a permit to carry.
Now, all this as President Trump is pointing the finger at Democrats following the shootings. In a social media post just yesterday, the president said that Democratic policies were to blame for the deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
President Trump said Democrat-run sanctuary cities and states are refusing to cooperate with ICE and are encouraging agitators to unlawfully obstruct federal operations. The president is now demanding that state and local officials formally cooperate with his administration to enforce federal laws. And keep it here, because coming up next, Josh Colbreth is back with that First Alert full weather forecast. That is all coming up in just a few minutes.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. Because at Schweitzer, your best day can start in the village or at the summit and everywhere in between. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
Driving the Nissan Kicks with intelligent all-wheel drive is like the best seat in the house. See why it's been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy 5 years in a row. Drive the reimagined Nissan Kicks today. Now get a low $309 per month lease, or get up to $1,000 customer cash on the 2026 Nissan Kicks.
If your group or organization would like to receive job postings, contact our Human Resources Department, 509-735-8369 to request notices.
Apple Valley News Now open positions can be viewed on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Don't wait to improve your sleep. Save big on top mattress brands during the President's Day event. Get savings on trusted Sealy support, the latest innovations from Tempur-Pedic, and the luxurious comfort of Stearns & Foster. Your best night's sleep is waiting. Take advantage of these limited time offers. Visit us today and shop our large display of Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster mattresses during our President's Day event at More Furniture.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
To reduce your risk of getting cervical cancer, ask your doctor about the HPV vaccine and have regular Pap tests. Find out more about cervical cancer at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. A place where the views are as good as the company. And the skiing is as electric as the experience. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have small chances for showers starting on Tuesday night and going beyond that. And here is why. Remember, all last week we were tracking this area of high pressure that was dominating the Pacific Northwest. Well, now it's finally starting to break down. That means that some of the storm systems off in the Pacific will now start to impact us, this one included. So let's go ahead and show you what it's going to look like here for the next 48 hours. We put this into motion with Futurecast radar. Now look, Futurecast is trying to generate something this morning for lower elevations. I'm having a hard time believing that, but just know that is within the realm of possibility. But personally, I'm keeping the forecast dry for lower elevations for today. Now tomorrow, specifically tomorrow into the evening and overnight hours into Wednesday morning, this is when it gets a lot more interesting as those storm systems we were just looking at in the Pacific now going to start to impact us. And this is when we could see some of that wintry precip for lower elevations. It doesn't look like it's going to be much. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's going to be much for the mountains either, at least in terms of accumulating snowfall. So here are precip chances for the Tri-Cities over the next 7 days. That little chance of a wintry mix Wednesday morning, and then better chances for precip overall into Thursday and Friday. But at that point will be milder. It's probably just going to be a mild rainfall and some little chances for rainfall continuing into the weekend as well. Of course, you can see day by day and hour by hour precip chances for your exact home address by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, here are some of the snowfall totals we're expecting from 10 p.m. on Tuesday to 4 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. 4 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass, not nearly as much for Blewett Pass or White Pass. And you see the rest of us, of course, not going to get anything at all. All right, and then we'll trend milder as we head into the weekend. Now for today, of course, it's going to be cold as most of us are going to end up in the 30s. Overnight lows back down into the 20s. Not as cold as this morning, but eventually trending much milder. We'll start this week being about 5 to 10 degrees colder than normal. We'll end up being about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal. And those overnight lows going to trend up as well. Here is 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A small chance of a wintry mix Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then for Yakima, morning commutes could be impacted by freezing rain on Wednesday morning. In Ellensburg, perhaps a rain-snow mix tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. And then for Hermiston, maybe a little bout of freezing rain Tuesday night, dry for Wednesday. And finally for Walla Walla, also a small chance of wintry precip Tuesday night into Wednesday.
All right, well, over the weekend, we were fortunate enough to actually see the sun.
So much sunshine.
2 days in a row.
Yes.
Oh, it was
beautiful. Needed.
It was a
needed.
game changer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was fantastic. Unfortunately, though, while we were enjoying that, a vast majority of the country was dealing with the exact opposite.
That's right. A massive winter storm plowing through much of the U.S., bringing snow, ice, and record low temperatures to 2/3 of the population. So schools have shifted to remote learning. Flights have been canceled at record levels, and ice-coated roads and trees are creating hazardous conditions.
In the south this morning, power outages in areas like Nashville may last several days while warming centers provide shelter for those in need.
Unfortunately, at least 14 deaths have been attributed to the storm nationwide. A state of emergencies have been declared in more than 20 states. Storms are the effects of it expected to linger for days.
And be sure to stay tuned for Good Morning Northwest at 6, where we'll have a full breakdown of the challenges that millions are facing this morning in the aftermath of the storm. Have you guys seen this thing about the exploding trees? Like, if it's too cold, like the sap makes it explode?
No.
It's crazy to watch the videos.
It's in Minnesota. I don't think, like in Florida, when it gets too cold, I think they can issue like falling iguana warnings. I'm not sure if there's an exploding tree warning out there, but just
there should
craziness.
be. But I too will explode if it's too cold.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. I mean, you know, forecasters across the country saying, if you don't have to go anywhere, just don't. Stay inside, stay bundled up. Right now, of course, so many people dealing, you know, with power outages, which is really impacting, but warming centers have been opened up across the country. So just be safe, take care, flight-wise, yesterday, I think 10,000 flights were canceled across the country in different places. This morning, checking our local airport right now, things pretty standard, but you know, just be sure to
keep an eye out,
double check anything if you're
download the app.
Somewhere.
You should get notifications.
Yep, exactly. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A new #1 movie taking over the box office. A longtime champ finally gets knocked off the throne, and animated favorites keep raking in the dough. Coming up in your entertainment headlines, we're going to see which movie took that top spot and how much ticket buyers spent at the box office. It's all coming up after the break.
What's so great about the January sell-off at Furniture Row? Everything is on sale with savings up to 50%. Save on every bedroom, dining set, sofa, and mattress. Or get 60 months, no interest. The January sell-off at Furniture Row ends soon.
Welcome to KVH Orthopedics, now in our newly renovated space that's modern and welcoming, with appointments available when you need them. Our state-of-the-art facility and advanced technology provide expert diagnostic and surgical care. Our team is with you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you love. Experience the next level of orthopedic care at KVH. Schedule your appointment today. Kittitas Valley Healthcare, your home for health.
Brace your taste buds. Don't miss out on the new DQ $6.99 Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket. A spicy, bold heat, served with a side of our cool, sweet DQ soft serve as a dip. All for just $6.99. Plus, try a sweet, spicy sip of lemonade made with tahini. It's the new Spicy menu for a limited time, only at DQ.
Pet owners know the struggle. Your best bud can track all sorts of gunk indoors. Now there's a simple solution. It's Muddy Mat, the anti-mud mat that keeps your dog's paws clean before they make a mess inside. Use Muddy Mat under your pet's food dish, in the bathroom, even catch spills in the kitchen. Call or go online to order your Muddy Mat right away. Through this introductory offer, order 2 and get 1 free for only $19.95 each.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
At Denver Mattress, we're all about that sleep life. And during the final days of the January sell-off, everything is on sale. Save $150 off our Doctor's Choice hybrid lineup, or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Turning now to your entertainment news and a shakeup at the box office this weekend.
After weeks of familiar faces at the top, there's a brand new #1 in movie theaters.
And animated favorites, sci-fi epics, and thrillers are all still pulling in big crowds. So this morning, David Daniel has the top 5 films in theaters over the weekend.
The whole world will cease to make any sense.
28 years later, the Bone Temple fell from 2nd to 5th place in its sophomore weekend, grossing $3.6 million.
You're a lifesaver. I don't know what I'd do without you. Millie.
The Housemaid took in $4.2 million to stay in 4th place. Zootopia 2 made $5.7 million, remaining in 3rd place and topping $400 million in domestic box office.
If there's something you can do, then you must do it.
After 5 weekends on top, Avatar: Fire and Ash finally lost the crown, but $7 million pushed its domestic total past $378 million.
You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
Oh my God.
Your guilt must fall below the 92% threshold, or you will be executed in precisely 90 minutes.
Mercy is the new #1 movie. Chris Pratt plays a detective pleading his innocence before an AI judge. The sci-fi thriller debuted with $11 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Ooh. Never heard of that one.
I haven't seen one ad or trailer for that. And it's
Where
number
are
one.
the ads?
Jeez.
I feel so out of it sometimes when I see these.
And it
because I'm
sounds
like, what?
wild.
Yeah, it sounds good.
What a thriller.
I'm like, okay, add to list.
Right?
Good one.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. The Tri-Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is helping drivers turn their experience into business. Training coming this spring and details on it coming up after the break. But first, here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, the revamped version of Siri may be coming to your iPhone soon. Apple is reportedly planning to unveil its Gemini-powered Siri next month with a public release set for March. According to Bloomberg, the new Siri will operate more like an AI chatbot. Gmail inboxes should be back to normal after they were flooded with promotional emails and spam warnings. Google says the issue impacted automatic filters that sort mail under certain tabs, and some users reported message delays. The issue has been resolved and an internal investigation is underway. Finally, a new trailer previews some of the action in the Super Mario movie. In addition to Mario and Luigi, we learned that beloved characters Yoshi and Birdo will be part of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's out in theaters April 1st. No fooling. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Sophie Flay. Have a great day.
Leaf filter gutter protection helps prevent costly damage to your home, like rotting fascia, soffit, and foundation damage. But not all gutter protection is the same. Let's put them to the test. In heavy rain, these hood-style guards just can't keep up. In lighter rain, debris can flow into the gap. It's like an invitation. Don't give debris an invitation. Filter it out with Leaf Filter.
Schedule your free gutter inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Don't let congestion take over. Afrin No-Trip. Wow! Ridiculously fast nasal congestion relief. The wow is real. And now try new drug-free Afrin Saline.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and teach me how to hit a curveball. He's an ender. National University supporting all your ends.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
We saw sunshine.
We did, and then we saw frost this morning on my windshield.
Thick frost too.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it can just be a quick little scrape, and that's this. You gotta
20
kind
minutes
of
today.
put your shoulder into it a little bit.
And I'm still a little upset about it. It took too long. It made me late.
You said it took you 15 minutes?
Yeah.
But
Well, I was
you
looking
had
for
that
the
deep-
ice scraper, realized I didn't have it in the car.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
It was a
yeah.
whole thing.
Tried the credit card. That wasn't really working well. Tried the water.
I just skipped the whole defrost step, and I just get to scrape
That's what I was
it.
trying to do. I had to go through the long way because I couldn't do that.
Okay,
So
I see. I see.
Hopefully that's not people this morning.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just across the map this morning, we're seeing temperatures down into the teens and 20s. Thankfully, we're going to be trending warmer throughout the week, so that's something to look forward to.
Is the sunshine going to be back today?
Oh, no, not as much sunshine, unfortunately.
No, you know what?
But not as gray as it was last week, so we'll take it, right?
Get what you get and don't throw a fit.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at those big weather stories. And so we will, we're not in a stagnation pattern anymore, but it's not really... The pattern didn't break up with as much gusto as I was hoping, which is a little disappointing. So we will have these small shower chances for Tuesday night and beyond. Tuesday night and a Wednesday could get a little interesting as there's going to be that combination of moisture and cold air. So we could see some wintry precip. Doesn't look like it's going to be too much, but it doesn't take too much to impact your morning commute. And the high temperatures going to be trending up all throughout the week. We'll end up in the 50s by the time we get to this weekend. Right now, you're taking a live look at Ellensburg. This view coming courtesy of our Central Washington Outdoor.com camera. So the rodeo grounds, and it looks like the skies there pretty clear for this morning. If there is any fog in Kittitas County, it would be in the foothills, so up towards Cle Elum, and then obviously up into the Cascades. There's also this little patch on US Highway 12 near the Wallula Junction. We'll watch that very closely as well. Wherever fog pops up on the map for this morning, it will be freezing fog, as across the board we are below freezing. The only exception would be down towards Ukiah and the Battle Mountain Summit. Here's your hourly forecast for this Monday for the Yakima Valley. Some sunshine for today, definitely not as much as what we had over the weekend. So for today, mostly cloudy, highs getting into the 30s and 40s, but we will time out that little chance of freezing rain and a rain snow mix into tomorrow night and for Wednesday. That's going to be coming up a little bit later in the show.
Thanks, Josh. We begin this half hour of news in Pasco, where the Tri-Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is launching a new workshop aimed at helping truck drivers turn their experience into a business.
The chamber says the 4-day workshop is planned for late March. This will be done in partnership with the Office of Minority and Women's Business Enterprises.
The training will focus on certifications, contracting, and what it takes to start an independent trucking business, especially for those interested in working with government agencies and major contractors.
It'll be people that are fair. You guys can be new, or you guys could already have a CDL, but the most important thing is that you guys want to start a business.
Now, the workshop will be offered in both English and Spanish, with more details and exact dates expected to be announced soon.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Seahawks fans are waking up to a moment years in the making. A gritty win, a defense that delivered, and a familiar Super Bowl opponent waiting on the biggest stage. Seattle is Super Bowl bound, talking this big win that Jade is very excited about after the break.
Kraken Capitals. Coverage begins at 7 Tuesday on My Network TV.
I came to American Idol to make the big dream come true.
I think so much of us just love music.
This is something that I've been dreaming about.
You're going to Hollywood Week.
Life happens. Lucky for you, the new ICCU Central Plus checking account comes with benefits, including cell phone protection.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
That's right. Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
I'm a real wild one. Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild, which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul, made for the trail, and made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Life moves fast. At Frechette Winery, we invite you to slow it down and savor the moment. Join us on Red Mountain for bold, flavorful red wines, a welcoming vibe, and experiences meant to be shared, from relaxed tastings to unforgettable wine and dinner events. Located just minutes from Benton City in West Richland, we're open daily, noon to 5. Come for the wine, stay for the warmth, experience the Frechette vibe. Great wine brings people together, and we'd love to welcome you to Frechette.
January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Early stage cervical cancer can have no symptoms, so start getting tested at age 25. More at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Some mornings, I get a little extra help. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
At Fred's Appliance, all Bosch appliances are on sale. Save up to $300 on select Bosch dishwashers. Swing by Fred's Appliance today. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Attention viewers, Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday at 5:30 a.m. And join Good News Today the following week on Saturday, February 7th at 5:30 a.m.
Bailey has been offered a job in D.C. I was just wondering what a transfer to DCPD would be like.
You would have to start at the very bottom again.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Last half hour, we talked about the chances for wintry mix in the Yakima Valley and the Lower Columbia Basin. This half hour, we're going to focus in on the foothills, but the next half hour will bounce back to the valley and for the basin. So this is Tuesday night in Pendleton. By 10 p.m., a 20% chance of freezing rain, and then into Wednesday morning, could have a rain-snow mix up until about 4 a.m. Could still be freezing rain through 7 a.m. After that, looks as if it will just turn to a cold rain. Okay, now this is for Walla Walla. This is Tuesday night in Walla Walla, kind of the same thing. Late on Tuesday evening, a 20% chance of some freezing rain. And then into Wednesday morning, a bit of a rain-snow mix will be possible through 4 a.m., maybe some freezing rain after that, and then by 10 a.m. should just be a cold rain out there. Accumulations don't look like they'll be all that significant, but it won't take very much to impact your morning commute for Wednesday. So, of course, we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. All right, let's take it back to today for the Tri-Cities. Here's your day planner forecast. Not nearly as much sunshine as what we saw over the weekend, but we'll see some as we head into the afternoon, and high temperatures are going to have a hard time making it above freezing. Very quickly, here's your zone-by-zone tour for today's forecast. Should be cloudy in the Cascades with high temperatures getting into the 30s. Mostly cloudy for the Kittitas Valley. We'll be right at freezing in Ellensburg. Mid-30s up and down the Yakima Valley. For the Lower Columbia Basin, we'll be in the it looks like we'll mainly be in the mid-30s, and then for the Blue Foothills, mixture of 30s and 40s. For the Blue Mountains, we'll be up into the 30s and 40s as well, but trending warmer as we head throughout the week. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
5:42, talking sports now this morning, and Seahawks fans, it is official. Super Bowl 60 is set, and Seattle is headed back to the biggest stage in football.
The Seahawks punched their ticket after outlasting the Rams in a hard-fought battle. It was powered by a big night from Sam Darnold and a defense that came up clutch when it mattered most.
And waiting on the other side, a familiar foe, the New England Patriots, setting up a Super Bowl rematch years in the making.
Yeah, let's take a look at how Seattle got there and what's ahead.
This morning, Super Bowl 60 is set.
The Seahawks soar to Super Bowl 60!
The Seahawks outlasting the Rams. Quarterback Sam Darnold throwing 3 touchdowns. But it was Seattle's defense that came up big. Down by 4 points with just 5 minutes left in the game, the Rams opting to go for it on 4th and 4. The end zone just 6 yards away. The Rams would get the ball back later, but failed to capitalize. The win especially sweet for Darnold, an 8-year veteran playing for his 5th team.
To be able to do it with these guys though in this locker room, with this coaching staff, that's why it means the world to me.
And the Patriots make their plans for Santa Clara.
The Seahawks will play the Patriots, who advanced to their first Super Bowl since Tom Brady lifted the Lombardi Trophy in 2019.
I'd love to tell you exactly where they've marked the football, but folks, it would just be a wild guess.
The Pats defense winning the day against the Broncos in a game with more snow than scoring.
Take the handoff through the end zone. Wide open. Caught for a touchdown.
Denver taking an early lead in the dry conditions. Backup quarterback Jarrett Stidham, who last completed a regular season pass in 2023, showing early heroics. Patriots QB Drake May, just 23 years old, tying the game just before halftime. Then New England dominating the third, taking the lead with a field goal. And that would be it for scoring. The teams soon battling the conditions instead of each other.
And that is wide right.
Mike Vrabel leading the Patriots to the big game in his first season as head coach, turning around a team that had just 4 wins last season.
We love Coach, love playing for him. We got some more work to do.
Now for Seattle, a chance to avenge their painful 2015 loss to the Patriots, where an interception in the end zone brought Seattle to its knees. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
You're so funny, laughing at a missed kick. She giggled.
It was funny. Sometimes this is really funny.
I know.
It's like you had one job. Like, put me in, coach.
Yeah, both games were great to watch. That Patriots-Broncos game, the difference from quarter to quarter with the snow was insane.
Just in the third quarter alone, it looked like a normal football game.
Yeah.
And then it was a slugfest.
And then it wasn't. Yeah, it was wild.
I did catch some of the Seahawks game because you reminded me about it on Friday. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of a big deal. And then I caught the end, and I'm like, whoa, this is an even bigger deal now. It's crazy. I love it.
A lot of fun. I know. We're excited the Seahawks are headed. But these are some fun facts. These will start coming out. So this one, in the 21st century, every single time a new pope has been elected, the Seahawks have clinched the #1 seed and made it to the Super Bowl.
I have seen this, and look at that.
2005, 2013, and now 2025 into 26.
True.
Yeah. I know, right?
Correlation, causation,
Who knows?
Conspiracy, I don't know.
But we'll take it, right, Hawks fans? All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And of course, we'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. It is a chilly start to the day, waking up to some frost on the windows. He'll break down your full first alert forecast after the break.
Okay, bye.
I met a cute poodle outside.
Oh, really?
She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free. That can't be true.
Sure it is. When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free.
Free?
Yeah. You don't pay us a penny unless we win for you.
That's doggone crazy.
Hello? Yeah, sure. That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
Thinking about an RV show? Skip it and save some dough. At Broadmoor RV, you get real people, real prices, real service with the same great deals, no show required. Skip the crowds, skip the hidden fees, skip the show, and save some dough at Broadmoor RV, where we make camping fun.
When you have some essential work that needs to be done, you of course want to hire experts. For over 30 years, Allen Brecky Law Offices has been helping people who've been injured in an accident. Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Some people believe they can stop cervical cancer screening when they stop having children. Not true. You should keep getting tested until you turn 65. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
This President's Day, upgrade every room for less at More Furniture. With sofas starting at $395, beds starting at $195, and mattresses starting at $329. We have styles for every budget. Plus, enjoy free delivery and 0% financing with no money down for 61 months. Shop the President's Day sale today at a More Furniture store near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Pet owners know the struggle. Your best bud can track all sorts of gunk indoors. Now there's a simple solution. It's Muddy Mat, the anti-mud mat that keeps your dog's paws clean before they make a mess inside. Use Muddy Mat under your pet's food dish, in the bathroom, even catch spills in the kitchen. Call or go online to order your Muddy Mat right away. Through this introductory offer, order 2 and get 1 free for only $19.95 each.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. After we've gone through a whole bunch of dry weather, we will at least have some shower chances on the map. They're going to be small shower chances overall, but it's going to be for Tuesday night and beyond. It's because that area of high pressure, which was in essence acting as an active weather force field, is starting to break down. And so these storm systems lined up in the Pacific will impact us, but unfortunately, they're just not going to bring the level of moisture, specifically the level of snowfall that we need for our mountains. Let's time out the next 48 hours with Futurecast. Listen, Futurecast is trying to pick up on some lower elevation precip for today. I think that is a very, very, very low end chance, but a chance nonetheless. So, of course, we'll take that into account. But the real action is going to pick up starting on Tuesday evening. This is 5 p.m. You can see it's all lined up to the south and west of us, and eventually this will impact us into Wednesday morning. And this is the round that could bring us some wintry precip for lower elevations. Could see a rain-snow mix, could also see some freezing rain. It doesn't look like it's going to be much, but it wouldn't take much to impact your morning commutes for Wednesday. Okay, here are those precip chances for the Yakima Valley over the next 7 days. A little chance of freezing rain for Wednesday morning, and then better chances for precip into Thursday and Friday. But at that point, the mode will switch over to rainfall. And of course, you can see day by day and hour by hour precip chances, temperatures, wind gusts, all by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, here's some of the snowfall totals we're anticipating from 10 p.m. on Tuesday to 4 p.m. on Wednesday. 4 inches for Snoqualmie Pass, and for the rest of us, not much at all. Okay, high temperature is going to trend up throughout the week. I know we're all certainly very excited about that. Now, for today, it's still going to be cold. High temperatures only getting up into the 30s. Overnight lows falling down into the 20s and 30s, so not as cold as this morning. But look at this. All throughout the week, we'll be trending warmer. By the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, mid to upper 40s, about 5-ish degrees warmer than normal in the Yakima Valley. And those overnight lows are going to be trending up as well. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small chance of a wintry mix Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then for Yakima, morning commutes could be impacted by freezing rain on Wednesday morning. For Ellensburg, perhaps a rain-snow mix tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. And then for Hermiston, maybe a little bout of freezing rain Tuesday night. Will be dry for Wednesday. And finally, for Walla Walla, kind of the same cycle for all the other microclimates. Also a small chance of wintry precip Tuesday night into Wednesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
5:51, time for your morning sprint, starting with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A suspect has been arrested in connection with a homicide in Walla Walla. On Wednesday, 49-year-old Arturo Serrato Martinez was found unconscious next to a car, later pronounced dead. A 27-year-old homeless man was identified through community tips and security footage. He's now been taken into custody without incident. He was found in Richland and admitted to the shooting, which reportedly followed an argument. He's now in the Walla Walla County Jail facing first-degree murder charges. Authorities planning to search his vehicle as a part of the ongoing investigation.
And dozens of residents gathered along Edison Street in Kennewick on Friday, concerned about the Level 3 registered sex offender group home that'll be located near schools and a church. This is the second protest organized by neighbors since the news first broke. A town hall is scheduled tonight at 6:30 p.m. at Highlands Middle School. Law enforcement, local officials, and the home's manager will be present. Representatives from the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Corrections may also be attending.
The Catholic Regional Medical Center in Richland is responding after the Washington State Nurses Association announced an informational picket, which is set to start today. Hospital says it respects the nurses' rights to protest, but is disappointed that the action is taking place during contract negotiations. Catholic officials say discussions should stay at the bargaining table to maintain good faith. Nurses plan to have off-duty staff participate to inform the community about concerns, including workplace violence and missed breaks. Be sure to tune in tonight to Apple Valley News Now at 5 and 6 as we take you inside the picket line.
At the Hanford nuclear site, 40 workers have been laid off by contractor Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. Separation notices were sent on January 19th and were effective immediately, affecting about 2% of the workforce. The reduction is aimed at aligning staffing with current and future business needs. Affected employees have received severance packages and local support.
And in Pasco, the Tri-Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is launching a workshop for truck drivers interested in starting their own business. The 4-day training planned for late March will be offered in partnership with the Office of Minority and Women's Business Enterprises, and it'll focus on certification, contracting, and what it takes to run an independent trucking business, particularly for those looking to work with government agencies or major contractors. Classes will be offered in both English and Spanish. Exact dates will be announced soon.
Turning now to your national headlines this morning, a private jet with 8 people on board crashed on takeoff from an airport in Maine just yesterday. Sources say it's unclear if anyone was hurt or killed in the crash. It happened as snow was falling in the area. That caused low visibility. Early reports indicate the plane was a business jet and was registered to a company in Houston, Texas. Authorities are on the scene, and the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board will investigate what exactly happened.
In your business headlines at 5:54, the price of gold has crossed a threshold never seen before. Gold prices surged past $5,000 an ounce for the first time on Sunday. Analysts say the spike in price comes amid worries that President Trump is upending relations between the U.S. and its allies in Europe and Canada. And that is causing investors to stick with a reliable asset like gold. So far this year, the price of gold has jumped 15%, building on a record 65% jump in gold prices achieved last year.
In your health headlines, electric bikes and scooters have grown in popularity with people of all ages, but a trauma center in Las Vegas is reminding people who use e-device modes of transport to wear protective gear, especially helmets. The reminder comes after the Sunrise Trauma Center saw a surge of patients in just the first 3 weeks of the year. Staffers there say 27 adult and pediatric patients needed trauma care after an accident on an e-bike or e-scooter. Only about a fifth of those patients wore a helmet. Trending now this morning, have you ever wondered what it feels like to be on top of the world? I have.
Not when it comes to this guy. Oh my gosh, it makes my palms sweaty.
Uh-oh.
So this climber literally took that challenge to new heights, 1,667 feet above the streets of Tape High, to be exact.
Free solo legend Alex Honnold pulled off one of the most daring climbs in history Sunday, free soloing Taipei 101, the iconic 101-story skyscraper in Taiwan, and the ascent took just over 90 minutes, and Honnold moved without any ropes, harnesses, or safety nets.
Oh my goodness. So a single misstep would have been fatal. Netflix streamed the climb live while drones and cameras captured the breathtaking moment.
He called it a lifetime goal, citing focus, preparation, and years of professional climbing. Yeah, and that where he just was at that minute, that wasn't even the top. He goes all the way to the top of this thing, which is almost in a dome shape that has a, I mean, I'm sure from where we're looking at it and then, you know, watching on Netflix or whatever, it's bigger than what it appears, of course, but basically like a needle on the top of it, and he's just willy-nilly standing up there.
We're just live streaming it. What if something bad happened? We're just live.
Reality TV, my friend.
I mean,
I know. Oh, it makes me so clammy thinking about it.
Yeah, like
I think in a past life I died from falling from a great height, because that makes me sick to see. Seriously,
Right?
I'm right there with you. Yeah.
Oh no! At the end he gets to the very top and he's just standing there oh hey guys. I'm like, sit down, sir.
Just what is necessary about not using some sort of protection? I don't know. Just like no one's telling you. Did you know you don't have to do that? Does he know that he doesn't have to? Yeah.
No, I know.
He can sit at home and relax with some coffee, whatever you want. You know, if you don't like coffee, tea, soda,
chill over the weekend, buddy.
I don't know.
I know. Yeah, don't watch it.
I was just seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and even that made me feel not great.
Unwell, I know. Okay, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Talking about not only our local weather, but weather across the country. That massive and deadly winter storm has left millions facing icy roads, power outages, all the way from New Mexico to New England. Coming up, we're going to show you how communities have been impacted and what the coming days could look like.
And meet Goose, a blind farm dog from Kentucky whose courage and heart are inspiring people across the country. We'll show you how this 12-year-old red heeler is keeping his farm duties even after losing his sight, and why he's now a finalist for the National People's Choice Pup Award. How cute! Oh my goodness. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Dark.
Nothing cute.
Yeah,
over
definitely.
there.
It's pretty dark right now in Toppenish, but